really colorful and big salad that it would be great for any potlucks or summer picnics that you're planning on going on. This is also a great one for the upcoming Memorial Day weekend, since we're ready for those fresh salad dishes, but yet our produce hasn't quite caught up with us. So here's a great healthy alternative. We're going to start with one very large bowl. In fact, I'm even wondering if this bowl is going to be large enough. And we're going to make our dressing in this bowl to start with. That's another reason I love this recipe. If you didn't have all of your ingredients divided up into these pretty bowls, you really just have a one bowl deal, and it's really good. We're going to put our red wine vinegar, got about 1/4 cup of it, and 1/4 cup of olive oil. And that's going to start the base for our dressing. Okay, and then we're going to add in about 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a teaspoon of salt, and then for a little kick, we're going to add in about 2 teaspoons of hot pepper sauce. Okay, now that we've got that in there, we're going to give this a good whisk. Another thing that I really like about this recipe is it has 19 grams of fiber because of all of our beans. And fiber is one of those things we don't get a lot of. And so that's something to really boast about for this recipe. We're going to add in our 4 tomatoes that we've diced up, our onions, about 1/3 cup thinly sliced. Get those mixed around with the dressing. Got a tomato cut in there. And then you just add in all of your beans. One of the things with the beans, you want to make sure that you do rinse them and you do drain them. They work a lot better in salads once you do that, so they're not as syrupy and you get that starchy liquid off of them. Those were our pinto beans, then our navy beans, our black-eyed peas, the red kidney beans. I think it also would be neat to put garbanzo beans in this one, but then you'd have to call it a 6-bean salad instead of 5 beans, so you could decide on that one. And then black beans. And then we're going to go ahead and get this all stirred up. Adding those tomatoes in here helps to also give it a little bit more of a sauce or a little bit more of a dressing. So you don't have a real heavy dressing on this. That's one of the things in a lot of our traditional salads, our potato salads and coleslaws and things like that, that tend to get very high in fat because they have a lot of dressings, a lot of heavy stuff on them. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add in our spinach leaves. And I add those in a little bit at a time so that I don't get overwhelmed. Another thing that you can do if you wanted to serve this more on a platter is put the spinach on the bottom and then pour the rest of the salad over the top. Like I said, I was afraid this bowl may not quite fit. This actually serves 12 people, and that's why I say it's a really good option for a potluck. Or something where you need to take for many people. All right, we made it with our bowl. You can see that we've got it pretty evenly distributed with the spinach and the tomatoes and the beans and all of that are mixed together. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add on about 4 ounces of blue cheese. Now blue cheese and the bacon, that's more of a garnish, and so if you don't like the blue cheese, you can cut back. When you do that, you're also going to cut back on the sodium. Both of these two are considered condiments, and so that's where we get a lot of our sodium when we add condiments on. So you can use your judgment and the judgment of the people you're feeding to see how much you would like of each. Now I happen to know I have a blue cheese lover, so I'm going to go ahead and put all 4 ounces in there. You can also use fresh cooked bacon. just cook it crisp, and then use about 6 slices. That translates into about 3 ounces, 3 to 4 ounces, and so you can do that, or you can use the pre-packaged bacon bits and add those on there. Once you get that done, your salad is complete and it's ready to go. I would wait, put that bacon and the blue cheese on there once you get to where you're going. Hope you enjoyed this recipe and you can wow your friends and family this Memorial Day weekend. Be sure to come back to the Food Corner, part of newstar.com, for more demonstrations and recipes. And if you have any questions, contact the Pottawatomie County OSU Extension Office. We'd like to send a great thanks to Rock Creek Baptist Church for letting us use their facilities today. And remember, eat better, eat together.